General Mathematics Performance Tasks by Group 7. Meglloyd, Ralph, Roniette, and Kaia.
Hello, this is Kaia explaining problem number 1. So we are gonna take note of our conditions. The first condition is that if x is greater than 0 but is less than or equal to 15, then the instructor charges 500 pesos per participant or 500x. And then if the second condition, if x or the number of participants is greater than or equal to 15 but is less than or equal to 30, then he charges 400 pesos per participant or 400x. And then lastly, the last condition is if x or the number of participant is greater than or equal to 30, then he charges 350x or 350 pesos per participant. So that is our piecewise function for 1. So we have variables p and h, so pay per hour. So if you are gonna work until 40 hours in a week, the convenience store will pay you 45 pesos per hour, which explains 45h or 45 times the number of hours you work. That is, if the number of hours you work or h is less than or equal to 40. So what if you work extra hours or nag-overtime ka? So the number of hours you work, which is 40, is counted. So, manang 45 times 40. And then, you're gonna add the hourly wage, which is 40 times 1.5. Kaya nag-overtime man ka. And then, you're gonna put h minus 40. So, ano na ay h minus 40? That is because your 40 hours na nag-work ka for a week is already counted here in 45 times 40. So, ang ato na lang i-add is ang katong gi-overtime nimo, the extra hours you have worked, which is 1.5 times 40. So, that is our pay per hour in problem number 2.
Number 3. In this problem, we are tasked to find the area of an equilateral triangle when the side measures 8 inches and 6 inches. Given the formula, a of s is equal to s squared square root of 3 over 4, letter A. First, all we have to do is substitute s with a given value, which is 8. Since we have 8 squared, we need to simplify 8 squared to get the value 64. Then we divide 64 and 4, since these are whole numbers and can be simplified into lowest terms. So now we have the final answer. A of 8 is equal to 16 square root of 3. Letter B. We need to do the same process with the letter A. First, all we have to do is substitute s with a given value, which is 6. Since 6 squared, we need to simplify 6 squared to get the value 36. Then we divide 36, and since these are whole numbers and can be simplified into lowest terms, so now we have the final answer. A of 6 is equal to 9 square root of 3. Number 4. In this problem, we are tasked to find how many sides does a polygon with 77 diagonals have. Given the formula, d is equal to n over 2 times quantity n minus 3. First, we have to substitute d with 77. Then find the LCD, which is 2. In the left side, we can divide the LCD with the denominator, which is 1. Then multiply with 77 to get 154. In the right side of the equation, we can simply eliminate the denominator 2. In the numerator part, we can use the distributive property to get n squared minus 3n. Now, we have to transpose 154 to the right part of the equation. Then find the roots of the trinomial equation. Now, we have two values of n. The value of n is 14 since n must be a positive number. Therefore, a polygon with 77 diagonals have 14 sides. Number 5. In this problem, we are going to find the number given the sentence equation. First, we need to construct an equation. Now, we have x over 6 is equal to quantity x over 2 minus 3. First, find the LCD, which is 6. In the left part of the equation, we can just simply cancel 6. In the right side of the equation, we need to distribute 6 and simplify to get 3x minus 18. It's time to transpose the 3x to the other side and combine like terms. Now, we have the equation negative 2x equals negative 18. We need to divide both sides with negative 2 to find the value of x. Therefore, x is equal to 9. The number is 9.
The numerator 2 is less than the denominator. If 1 is subtracted from the numerator and added to the denominator, the value of the fraction is 1/3. Find the original fraction. Based on the first sentence, we found out the expression x minus 2 over x. Based on the second sentence, we found out that the equation is x minus 2 minus 1 over x plus 1 is equals to 1/3. After that, we did cross multiplication and then combine like terms and then simplify in order to get the value of x, which is 5. Substitute the value of x, which is 5, to the original expression in order to get the original fraction, which is 3 over 5.
Ours can paint the room 5.5 hours. His brother can do the same job in 7.5 hours. How long will it take them to paint the room together? First, let us plot the equation, and then it would be 1 over 5.5 plus 1 over 7.5 and 1 over t. Where did we get 1 over t? It would be the total number of time that they painted the room together. And then, as you have noticed, 5.5 is a mixed fraction. We're gonna make the mixed fraction to a proper fraction. It would be 11 halves and 15 halves. Reciprocate these two. You'll be able to get 1 times 2 and 11 plus 1 times 2 over 15. And then, after that, we're gonna find the LCD. The LCD for 11 and 15 is 165. 165 divided by 11 times 2 is equals to 30. And 165 divided by 15 times 2 is equals to 22. Add both the numerator, 30 plus 22 is to 52 over 65. As you have noticed, we have 1 over t here. We only want to retain the t. So, we need to reciprocal both sides. It would be 165 over 52. 165 divided by 52 is equals to 3.17. Which means it will take them 3.17 hours to paint the room together. Mike can repaint a doghouse 3 times faster than Miguel. If they work together, it will take them 4 days to complete the job. How long would it take for Mike to do repainting alone? Let Miguel be the variable m and Mike be the expression of 3m. Why? Because of this word 3 times faster than Miguel. So to plot this, it would be 1 over m plus 1 over 3m is equals to 1 over 4. Where did 4 come from? It come from the days. So in order to find how long to do their painting alone, find LCD first. So 12m divided by m, you'll be able to get 12. 12m divided by 3m, you'll be able to get 4. Copy equals 12m divided by 4 equals to 3m. In order for the variable m to retain, you need to divide 3 from both sides. 16 divided by 3, it will be m equals to 5 and 1/3 or 5.3 days. So it means it would take 5.3 days for Mike to do their painting alone.
Mr. Santos traveled for 2 hours at a constant speed. Because of potholes, he reduced his speed by 7 kilometers per hour for the next 2 hours. If he traveled 206 kilometers, what was his speed on the first part of the trip? In this problem, we're looking for his speed on the first part of the trip if he traveled 206 kilometers. Let S be the first speed of the first part, and then let S minus 7 be the speed of the second part. We're going to add the speed of the first part and the second part to be equal to 206 kilometers. We're going to add the first part of the trip, which is 2s plus 2 times quantity s minus 7 is equal to 206, and then simplify in order to get the value of his speed, which is 55. Therefore, 55 kilometers per hour is his speed on the first part of the trip. The 2 planes leave at the same time. One flies west at 300 kilometers per hour. The other flies at east at 450 kilometers per hour. In how many hours will they be 2,250 kilometers apart? In this problem, we're looking for the time on how many hours they will be apart for 2,250 kilometers. We follow the formula based on the formula triangle. We added the speed of the first plane and the second plane, which will be equal to 750, and then we divided both sides with 750 to get the value of the time, which is 3 hours. Therefore, the two planes will be 2,250 kilometers apart in 3 hours. Thank you. This is Group 7 of STEM Marconi.